Let me tell you, if there's one streaming service for me that's really thriving in 2020, it's Shudder. Scare Me. Now, in Scare Me, we follow two writers who have found themselves in this cabin in the woods during a power outage, and to entertain themselves, well, they decide that they're going to tell each other scary stories. Now, Scare Me is a new Shudder original that originally premiered at the Sundance Film Festival, where I heard a lot of buzz coming out about this movie, mainly just for its unique way of telling a very simple story. Scare Me is a very entertaining, original concept that they really execute extremely well. Now, this is a feature debut for Josh Rubin, who's also the lead of this movie. And what I love about this movie is this movie has 3 cast members, and these 3 cast members are so animated. And I want to go ahead and stress that this animated cast is probably gonna make or break it in terms of your enjoyment. You know, they're super over the top, they're animated, they each are very distinct with their characterization, and I personally really love that, but for some people, they're gonna be like, yo, chill. But what I loved about this movie is just how simple it is. It gets back to the bare bones of what makes a really good horror story, and that is not sometimes always the razzle-dazzle in how you show the story, but how you tell it. Sometimes all you need is a good narrator, a good story, and a good presentation of how you tell that story. You don't need to be able to show them everything that's going on. If you can just clearly express it, then therefore it lingers in the mind, and then the imagination runs wild with it. And I loved how Scare Me practically hones in on that, taps into that perfectly, and just runs wild with it. Now, I want to go ahead and stress that this cast is fantastic, particularly our main 2 leads, Aya Cash and Josh Rubin. Now, Josh Rubin, who's the director of the movie, is also the lead of this film. He really impressed me in this movie because he has a face that, one, is very gorgeous looking, but his 2 is so extremely animated. Like, felt like every muscle in his face is working at 100%. Also, these 2 actors, their bantering, their relationship, their chemistry is so electrifying. Now, I will admit, though, in terms of negative, is this is a very low budget film, and I will admit, though, I do think it's about 15 minutes too long. There does come a point in the movie where you realize that these 2 people just telling scary stories back and forth to each other is the trick, and it's not going to do anything outside of the trick. I thought the sound design in this movie was impeccable, to the point that even though this isn't a razzle-dazzle horror movie, that I still felt like I wish I could have seen this in the theaters just for how fantastic the sound design is. Like, overall, Scare Me is a fun, entertaining movie that has fantastic characters who really just get to pop and be extremely animated and show you their acting chops. Scare Me is a very entertaining ride. As the score goes, I'm going to give Scare Me a 3.5 out of 5. So you guys, there you have it. That was my review for Scare Me. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of this movie when it becomes accessible to you. And until next time, I'm the Slash Movier, and you guys have just been Slash.